Chef Young Nick Young. Welcome to Sandwich God. I will be your lovely host. I will show you how to make the most extravagant, beautiful, gluttonous sandwiches you've ever had in your life. So welcome, let's get started. So today, we're going to be making the ultimate breakfast sandwich. Bacon, sausage, egg, 2 different kinds of cheese, sage mayo on a beautiful toasted bagel. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first part of the sandwich we're going to make today is we're going to do sausage patties. So I got the small ones because I like the small ones, and then I can form them into bigger ones because that's what I like to do. You can always get the tube, hot sausage, whatever sauce you want, sage sausage. As long as it's breakfast sausage, you're usually pretty good to go. So, real simple. I'm gonna bust this open. So I'm a fatty, I'm gonna take 3 of these bad boys. I'm gonna mash them together and make one big patty. So as I said before, you can do it any size you want, but I usually like to do it with 3 because it'll make a more uniform patty that'll actually fit the entire bagel. You can use parchment paper, you can use plastic, you don't have to use anything. You can just put it on a plate as long as you have a surface that you can put it on and you can flatten it out. So you make it to the size that you want. Our bagel is about yay big, so we're gonna make it just a little bit bigger because everyone knows when you cook meat, it shrinks. Ladies. There she is. So we're gonna do one more. Same thing. Just wanna get a uniform patty. And then I'm gonna use, I have big fingers, so 3 fingers, and then use your thumb to get the shape. Flip it over. And you wanna get it as uniform as possible because if you get one side fat, one side small, it's gonna cook weird, and then it's gonna be this weird half cooked, half uncooked thing. So you don't want no part of that. So, boom. There she is. All right, kids, second part of this adventure, sage. Always use fresh sage. If you want to pull it from the garden, that's cool. Go to the store, real cheap, fresh sage. So we're gonna de-stem and go for our big leaves because you don't want the stems. It's gonna make it bitter and it's not gonna fry right and it's gonna be all weird and gross. So literally we're just gonna pick the stems, just like that. Simple as it gets, kids. So that should be enough for our 2. So sage is really good for pastas, a lot of stews, pot roasts, stuff like that, a lot of earthy, slow cooked dishes because it has such a deep flavor to it. Rosemary and sage go very hand in hand whenever you usually cook because rosemary has a very strong aromatic flavor as well, but I prefer sage a lot better because it has a deeper flavor and it's not as rosemary, I guess you would say. So, but it's also really good in tea too, opens you up. Work it around just a smidge. You don't want to do it too much because they will fry and they will break on you, and then you just have a burnt sage oil, and that's not good either because that's gross, super gross. So then we'll pull these guys out, and like I said, it doesn't take very long, seconds, people. That's it. See these guys right here? They were in here too long, so we're not going to use those guys on the end because that took too long to get them out. Oil's hot. Make sure to strain off. I'd probably say pretty much most of your oil. It's still a little bit in there to coat the bottom of the pan because this is going to create a lot of grease because we're fat like that and I like it. So make sure you strain off your grease. You can save it for later, use it for something else for us good folk. If not, throw it away. So straight into the pan. control your heat because you get a nice moves, yeah? And then you're gonna want to touch it and move it and play with it. Just let it be, let it do its thing. If you haven't cooked sausage before, you're gonna want to touch the sausage. Don't touch the sausage. Just leave the sausage alone, let it build a crust, okay? Oh. We have our sage, and we're just gonna chop up our sage. I like to keep mine a little chunky, so you can actually see the bits of sage. Compared, if you want to do it super small, you can do it super small, but I like mine a little big still for some texture. So we're just gonna chop that. Go straight into some mayo. If you want to use Miracle Whip, if you want to use butter, if you want to use anything like that, you can use this as a substitute, but I prefer the mayo, so that's me. I'm gonna just give it a quick little mix. And then we're gonna go a little bit of cracked black pepper. That's it. All right, so now we're gonna go into compiling. So we have our toasted bagel, any kind of bagel you wanna use, everything, Asiago, whatever. Your choice, you do what you do. So we're just gonna do some sage mayo. Make sure you get it, oh, that looks beautiful. Look at that beautiful chunks of sage. Amazing. So, nice little even coat. Walking away, I know. So, I took the liberty of already doing our cheese. I picked Munster cheese and smoked Gouda. We have a nice over easy egg right here. So that's gonna go down right there. We have our bacon. Nice and crispy. If you like yours crispy, you like it light, whichever you prefer. I like mine a little bit in the middle for some texture. And then we go on top, and there she is. The ultimate breakfast sandwich. So, here you have it, the ultimate breakfast sandwich. Mayo of sage, sausage patty, bacon, 2 types of cheese, smoked Gouda and Munster, on a beautiful toasted bagel with a beautiful over easy egg. I am Chef Young Nick Young. Thank you for joining us on Sandwich God. Until next time.
Go.
I can't really talk. That's just so fire. Good for a treat.
What does it taste like?
It tastes fire. You know why? Because I made it. Oh, I know it tastes good. Now you gotta make it. I can't even talk. I'm over here snotting. Try it. You'll thank me later. Until next time, Chef Young Nick Young, Sandwich God. Subscribe at the bottom. Do yourself a favor, eh?